Sometimes in life we may go through adversities or setbacks, but once you tap into your true being, nothing can get in the way of the joy inside your heart. Live every day with gratitude because this life is an amazing journey. Hey guys, Janine here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to connect with you guys this week. As you all know, if you've been tuning in weekly, I've been doing weekly vlogs to talk about the process of my book, The Light in Times of Darkness. Basically, I talk about my experience with narcissistic abuse. And last week was the book launch event. And when I tell you guys that not only was it amazing, I can't even put it into words, right? But I'll kind of walk you through a little bit of what that day consisted of. That same day, I needed to go get balloons. I had to go get, roses for the countertop. I had to go get some last minute things for the appetizers. So I was busy, right? I also had to go get my hair and makeup done. So super, super busy day. However, that morning, I had someone reach out to me on social media, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you, they triggered me. I don't know who the person was. They were talking to me about some random person. I was being triangulated into their drama. And for a second there, I thought to myself, could it be my narcissistic ex? Because remember, narcissists will do anything and everything to make sure that your special day is nothing. And try to put a damper on your special day or your celebration. So I had a moment there where I thought that it might have been my narcissistic ex, but I was triggered, guys. I was in tears, and I had to respectfully tell this person, because they had told me, I remembered that this person a couple of days prior had asked if they could come to my event. And I had to tell them respectfully, you cannot come to my event. And I was so afraid that someone was going to come and try to ruin my event. I was considering getting a security guard. Like I just had full-blown anxiety. And it was tough. It was difficult. But it also was an eye-opener for me because I haven't really been triggered like this in a very long time. This whole year. So it gave me notice of an area in which I still need to heal from, or I need to overcome, and or I need to be prepared for in the future if this does happen again. But definitely I had my emotions all up in a bunch. It took a couple hours for me to actually feel better. But after I got my hair and makeup done and I spoke with my friend, I felt, I went back to feeling a little bit better. I felt good. And my event was a freaking success, guys. We were packed house. We had standing room only. I talked about my event, and actually I'm going to show a clip right now where I share, the first chapter of my book. And it was just so emotional to me because this is so much bigger than just me. I want to be able to share and help survivors of narcissistic abuse. And I got to do that at my event. We also showed the music video by Bobby Krills, which is a soundtrack to my book. It's called Emotionally Drained. So it was just an amazing, amazing time. So check out the next couple videos that I have compiled so you can check out the book launch event, and make sure that you grab your copy. I'll leave the link in the description. All right, guys, talk to you next week. All right, ready? Okay. I had an overwhelming feeling of fear. I had been through hell and back, and somehow I had this desire to share everything I had been through. I was this strong woman, yet I allowed the hands of people to get me to the point of pain. I had been silenced for so long. I had much to say, but I didn't know how to get the words out of my mouth without crying tears of sadness. Joy comes in the morning, they say, but I couldn't seem to get joy to get me out of bed sometimes. I had a story and I needed to share it. I didn't know this desire to share would come quickly. I released a podcast where I spoke up, and that media format allowed me to share what had occurred as professionally as possible. But I knew I was still sugarcoating the abuse that took place. I cried to God and I said, this feels uncomfortable. And to my surprise, he answered me and he said, do it anyways. I was called for a purpose. I experienced for a purpose. I went through the valley to get me to where I am now, even if I was drenched in tears, sweat, and snot along the way. I never considered myself a healer, but the more I shared, the more people reached out to me. They said things like, you're the reason I'm able to share my story. You give me strength to leave. So many people had a story and no one had a voice. I was their voice. Whew.
You got this, girl. You got this. You got me.
Why do I want to cry? It's hard because there's so many people that suffer in silence, and
you got it, girl.
I was the one standing up not only for myself, but for so many people who could barely pick themselves up off the ground. It was in this moment that I came to the realization that my why on this earth had gotten deeper. I always wanted to help people be vulnerable and share their stories, but now I feel I have an obligation to this community and to this society and to survivors to help them speak up.
Yes.
God has been very clear with me that my mission in this season is to lead survivors to their breakthroughs. And I start my journey with this book. I'm grateful for social media.
And we're talking about perceptions and just different things, and it was meant to be. Like, it was not a coincidence. God's real, guys. I'm sorry, but he is.
And then we look across the hall, and there you are.
Yeah, there's no coincidence.
There's no coincidence.
I gave you my love. I gave you my heart. I gave you my world. I'm dying inside while you tear it apart. Prove that I'm wrong. Take care of my heart. Simple and plain. I'm living through pain. I know this ain't love. I'm emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. I know this ain't love. I'm emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. Emotionally drained. It's hard to accept I'm emotionally drained. Could it be love or is it just lust? Whatever it is, it isn't enough. You know your worth. You do some stuff. They playing some games. They're calling they bluff.
Okay. #1 best-selling author, Janine Hernandez. Hey. Love it.